Just imagine there were three men who were talking and bragging about their own profession. One was a doctor, physician. The other one was an architect. The third one was a politician. So the first one said, my profession is the oldest profession in the world. Because when God created Adam and Eve, God took a rib from Adam and placed in the body of Eve and created Eve to Seth. So that was the first surgery, an operation that took place in the history. So physician's profession is the oldest profession. Then the architect came. Come on. Before creating Adam and Eve, God created the world out of chaos, confusion, and disorder. And any architect would do that. He would create an order. He would bring perfection. And he would make something beautiful. And God did that. God was the first architect. So my profession was the oldest profession, the architect said. The politician standing aside looking at them, he smiled. Then who created the chaos and disorder? Sometimes we think we are the perfect beings in the world, but we don't know how much chaos and how much chaos and disorder we create in our own life. The best example is today's is mine. The first reading says that we all of us have our own roles to play. Some are teachers, some are physicians, some are evangelists, some are miracle makers, some are priests, some are family men. We all of us have our own roles, responsibilities, and commitment to live with. But St. Paul beautifully narrates that we all of us have one common purpose through all these responsibilities. In all that we are in is to glorify God in one true spirit of sanctifying the self. St. Paul's call and invitation to all his people was the same, to glorify God and to sanctify the soul in whatever roles, in whatever position, in whatever place we are in. The gospel beautifully narrates the sympathetic, the empathetic attitude of Jesus towards the needy brothers and sisters. And he makes this miracle in front of his own followers, disciples, and apostles. Why so? He wants them to be truly committed to his own project. If we want to be committed to his own project through our own responsibilities, especially to glorify God and to sanctify the soul, I need to grow in my following Jesus. There are 4 categories of following Jesus. The first category is people of admiration. When we see Jesus' ministry, especially if you watch this Chosen series, you would understand how many thousands of people were going behind Jesus. Many of them were just admirers. They were people of admiration. They just stood afar from Jesus. They looked at Jesus is doing, his preaching, his miracles, his powerful healing, and just admired of Jesus. They were just fans of Jesus. Just people of admiration. The second category are those who just walked behind Jesus. Maybe we would say followers of Jesus. Not truly knowing Jesus, but just walking behind him, just like one among the crowd. Without knowing him, without experiencing him, without encountering him, just walking behind Jesus, just like one among the crowd. The third category is disciples of Jesus. They want to know Christ, they want to experience and encounter Christ, they want to imbibe the qualities of Jesus in their own lives. Thus, they want to go closer to God and enter into that arena called discipleship. But the fourth type of people are called apostles of Jesus. They were the ones who were called, consecrated, and they were called to be with Jesus and to be sent out to be the extension of Jesus' ministry and his love and grace. Today I am called to examine my conscience. Where do I stand? Am I just a fan of Jesus because of Jesus' popularity? Oh, I am a Catholic because Jesus is powerful. Oh, I am a follower of Jesus because Jesus is the famous God in the whole world. I need not to be just a follower or fan of Jesus or admirer of Jesus. Rather, I need to enter into the arena of discipleship. I need to become disciple of Jesus, through which I become the apostle of Jesus. We are all called to be apostles through the sacrament of baptism. And through all the sacraments, we are called to be closely remaining with Him and experiencing Him, and to be sent out to give Him to the world, starting from our own families. Therefore, let us examine that we have a role to play, a position to live with, that is to glorify Him and to sanctify His soul, not just like a follower or admirer or a person who is surprised or excited, but through our discipleship and apostleship. God bless you all. May the name of God be glorified. Amen.